I'm going to be showing you how to fold an origami house that can open a couple ways, garage. So to make that, you need a square piece of paper. This is just your standard copy paper cut to an 8" by 8" square. The first step is to fold it in half. So I'm going to take the top, bring it downwards. I'm really focusing on getting the edges to meet up and then kind of using one finger to hold down while I press the other side to create a crease. You really want to make sure you're lining up those edges as close as possible. Then you're going to fold it in half again. So I'm looking at this edge and this edge, lining it up, and then using my hand to hold down so it doesn't move while I make a crease on the other side. Really rub it to create that crease. We're going to open it back up. So now you should have a rectangle with a crease down the middle. The next step is to fold the sides inward to make like little doors like that. So I'm gonna start with one side. I'm gonna take this edge and I want it to line up with that crease. So watch closely, making sure that crease is right there with the edge of that paper. Smash it with your fingers, create that fold. Same thing with the other side. Create that fold. And we're almost done. Now comes the tricky part. So you're going to open up one side and see how it looks like a triangle. You're going to put your finger all the way down in there until it kind of opens up. And then with your other hand, you're going to start pushing downward and slide your finger out. You really want to make sure you're lining that crease up with the fold here. It should be like a straight line. So I'm going to do it again on the other side. Open it up, put your finger down all the way down till you're touching the table, and I'm at the tip of this triangle over here. I can feel it. Push down with my other hand, slide my finger out, and then push down to create that crease. And that is how you make an origami house. Now you're ready to decorate it. I usually talk with students on different types of doors, round, rectangular, and we make it right here in the front. We talk about shapes. They could have a circular door, triangle door. Maybe you want 2 doors because it's going to look like it's opening. So I made just a basic square here with, I talk about what these are called, doorknobs. We talk about what holds a door to the wall as a door frame. So we make a little outline around it. The next step is to add windows. Talk about shapes again. Do they want a square window, a rectangular window, maybe only one window, or maybe they want 2. But just like our door, our windows need frames around them too. Outline, outline. You could even draw somebody looking out the window inside. Maybe it's a kitty. Meow. And then we talk about some architectural elements like the stuff that is nailed to the roof of a house, like this. We call those shingles, so it keeps the rain out. Now there's a couple different ways you can show how to draw this. You can do the letter U method. Just repeat a letter U. This is my favorite. Letter U, letter U, letter U. And you're going to fill the whole thing once you've picked what you want to do. Over here will be letter U's as well. Just kind of continue that across. If you want to see something else, you can do like a squared U. Then come over, squared U. This way is a little more tricky. And then they start in the middle of this one to come over to the next one. If they get a little off on the pattern, that's okay. I always tell them. Sometimes it's hard to draw on top of these folds. Okay, So you got a couple different types of ways to make shingles, and you're going to fill that all the way in here. Mine looks kind of weird right now because I have different types. So once you pick one, decide how you want to do it and continue it all the way. Then you need to decide what you want your house to be made out of. Have that discussion with your students. You want your house to be made out of wood, brick, stucco, maybe you want some stones. Show them how to draw it. Most houses here in California are stucco, and an easy way to do that is to just add some little texture lines, I call them. Just kind of shows that this wall is maybe rough and bumpy because there's some texture, painted like concrete look to it. So then when they color it, you'll see those little texture lines. And you can talk about what texture is. It's the way something feels. One of our art terms, texture, the way something feels. They could also decide to add some fancy stones around here. You could talk about their favorite holiday. Maybe they want a wreath on the door. Kind of personalize it, make it their own. Maybe they want windows on their doors. I mean, you could keep going. Now on the inside, we're going to draw our family. So when you open it up, you'll see, here's my family. You can also add a pet if you want. I have a separate video that shows you how to draw people if you need help. And then the very last step, the garage. If they want to add stuff in their garage, they can. And that is how you create an origami house.